This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Alert, 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 alert.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he finds Lynch. It's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Rush in. Check 52. Check 13.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He's got Lockett. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson escaping the pressure right. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 48 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the shotgun, Wilson looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. Block that, block that.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Good. All go special. All go special. Slam. Hey, alert.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check Mike 27. Hey, tight. Shoot. Check. Check 24.
Left pass.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Hey. Ball trot. Mike 27. Watch the pass.
Hey, check Mike 27.
Watch the green. Aim,
3rd and long. It's Wilson being chased at. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. He won't go down. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Green 80. Right there. 54 Mike.
Check pass.
Go. Run left.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Flush to his right. It's caught. Lockett. 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Seahawks' 10-yard line.
Mike 90.
Mike 54. I can't believe they let you play.
On 2nd down, here's Penny.
Go.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Watch twist. Hey, check Mike 27. Check
50, check 50.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Delano Hill. And this one will be brought back to the 22. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking at a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, type player, half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
I watched him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
It's now 4th down.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. Myers' kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
24-yard line.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think
Right.
you just called a desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A second down carry for Proside.
It's 3rd and 7.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action.
Check Mike 27.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. Now he steps away. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. On 1st down, Proside. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Front it.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Rolling to his right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Let's go, D.
Wilson turns and gives to Procise. Hard from the 20 to the 19. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, baby! Woo!
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Good job right there.
To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Left hash.
Hey, check Mike, 27.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Disley. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know you felt that one. 25, check 25.
Now a give right side. Carson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Smoke, 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
There we go.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
2nd and 9 at the
Mike
Seahawks.
27.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Friday.
From the gun, Wilson.
Let's see what you got.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trey Flowers picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Double up.
Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now it's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before.
game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I've been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't panic surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Chills, my jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, hop on it, hop on it. Rep for your bro, for your post, your pop and your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar. One man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that ass like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, fit this way, way before the deal.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could Could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Drown out my problems, let me When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'ma replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping
man. Check the wrist, man. Got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jahan, what I need?
Mike 54.
I want that. Lynch 50. Jahan.
On 1st and 10, Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good gain, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
We're good.
They go play action. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Cousins to throw it. Going deep for Diggs. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Oh, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Watch twist. Check safety, check safety.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Hey, alert.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 69 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Vikings 0. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the interception last time and led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Cook, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Mike, check 30.
Lucky 50.
Go.
Black, black.
Go. Alert flare. Alert flare.
Hey, Alpha. Wait that.
Play action now. Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hey, seam 6.
On play action, Cousins. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, Charlie.
Off the play fake, Cousins. This is caught inside the 15. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They run, Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in from 7 yards away as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Flush down right. On the run. He'll let it. Got his man. Complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 42 yards. Wilson escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Check Mike.
Wilson. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A throw over the middle, taken in. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Hey, Delta. Check. Mike, check.
Play fake. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24. First down, here's the run with Cook. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 14-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it.
That's caught at the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson now throwing again. Forced out to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. It's caught, Lockett. And give him a gain of 37.
Let's go!
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
14, find it.
They'll run it. This is pro-size. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He can run for it, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Jadeveon Clowney getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on 1st down, Cousins. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. On 1st down, it's Cook. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. He got maybe a half-yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now a run with Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Bailey got the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
24, Vikings 21.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate with the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Mark 55! Mark 55!
Now Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. A gain of 6 there on first. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Wilson going to hand it to Process. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They'll run on first down. Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Check 24!
On second and 11 now. Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly.
Ladies and gentlemen,